Welcome back, everybody. Last week we had a video on our top 7 winter boondocking tips on how to stay warm and actually keep your camper thawed out while you're winter camping. And as promised, this week we're going to be discussing my honest review of winter camping and a few pros and cons. So we've been living in our camper for about a year now, and it's been primarily in the western United States. Last year our goal was pretty much to snowboard as much as possible, which we absolutely did. So in the winter months we've stayed outside ski resorts, mountain towns, cities, and we've even been in weather down to negative 35 degrees, so I really feel like we've experienced a lot of what winter camping has to offer. We'll actually be doing it again this winter, where we're going to be going through Montana, Oregon, and we're going to be spending 2 months in Park City, Utah, so be sure to subscribe for that, and we'll see some content in the coming weeks. So for today, we're going to be discussing 3 pros and 3 cons in my honest take on winter camping. So if you're looking to do it yourself this winter, or you're just kind of on the fence, this video is going to be for you. Let's get into it. So pro number 1 is going to be probably my favorite part of winter camping, which has to be that when you're out here, there's almost nobody around. A lot of people don't generally winter camp, and there's not a whole lot of neighbors. Maybe you'll get one person here and there, but I can't tell you how many times we've been in the most beautiful places totally alone. Our dog can run free. We don't have to worry about bothering anybody. It's amazing. Like, there'll be times we'd be outside a major ski resort and we don't see anybody around our campsite for like a week. Now, this does leave me to con number 1. A lot of times campgrounds, Forest Service roads, or just BLM land for free public camping is either closed or inaccessible due to the amount of snow. There have been times that we found what we thought was the perfect campsite, beautiful view, but it had just snowed like a foot or something like that, and we just couldn't get to it, or the road didn't even exist. Also, a lot of times these forest roads will have gates that they close it at the beginning of the season and they don't open up until about May. So unless you have like a Jeep or a 4Runner or a really high clearance rig, it really limits the amount of places you can camp due to the amount of snow and the road closures. Pro number 2 is probably my wife's favorite, is not having to worry about AC. Since we primarily boondock, we're almost never hooked up to shore power, and we use a generator and our solar for our energy needs, and sometimes it's really hard to run our AC, especially when it's hot outside. In our opinion, it's a lot easier to manage heat in your rig rather than it is to cool a rig down, like if you're in the middle of summer somewhere. A lot of you probably know what I'm talking about. So for us, as long as we have propane and we've got a bunch of blankets, we're pretty much good to go. We don't have to run AC or anything like that. That requires a lot of power. Now, talking about energy use is con number 2. When it comes to things like propane and gas, and some people use like a diesel heater or something, you have to use a lot more energy and fuel in the winter. Like, the amount of money that we spend on propane in the winter is pretty much tripled from what we spend in the summer. Additionally, since it's a little bit more cloudy and the sun isn't out as much, you can't utilize your solar like you can in the summer. So on days that it's actually sunny, I'm making sure that our panels are totally clear of snow and we're getting as much sunlight as possible for our solar batteries. Pro number 3 is being able to enjoy our winter sports. If you guys have been a part of the channel for a while, you guys would know that we love to snowboard, we love to hike, we love to do all of these outdoor activities in the winter, and being able to camp out here full time just makes it that much more accessible. For us, camping outside a ski resort or a beautiful mountain town or something like that just makes it absolutely worth it. And as 2 Florida kids, we don't really get this that often, so we try to make it work. Now, I know some of these cons kind of sound bad, but I promise you there's ways around this, and this is con number 3, which is just overall discomfort. And what I mean by that is that you just have to have more clothes on. Everything just gets a little bit harder when you winter camp. Like, if I want to wake up in the morning and go turn on the generator for the day, I have to throw on a winter jacket, all of my pants, multiple socks, my snow boots, a beanie. Like, it gets cold. And as you guys know, that if it's in the summer or the spring, yeah, you just walk out with your shorts on and you're good to go. And to add on to that, you just have a lot of bulky stuff and clutter everywhere, like jackets and boots and beanies and buffs, all kinds of stuff that you wouldn't normally have if you were camping in the summer or spring. So as long as you can find a good storage spot for a lot of these items, you'll be good to go. As a bonus pro, I want to talk about just how beautiful it is. Like, being in the mountains is one thing, but when they're covered in snow, it's just incredibly beautiful. Like, every morning when I wake up, I'm just in awe that you guys out here in the West that actually live out here legit get to see this all the time. So that's my honest review and pros and cons of winter camping. We love it. We're going to continue to do it. And like I said before, if you haven't checked out the winter boondocking tips video, I'll link that below in the description. So if you love this type of content, or you just want to see Morgan and I travel around this winter, be sure to hit that subscribe button and support us. We just hit 1,000 subscribers and I'm pumped. Thank you guys. And if you want a little bit more than that, we're posting daily YouTube shorts, and those are a blast to make. So until next time, guys.